I often ask my students, what's the very last verse of the Old Testament? Or what's the very last word of the Old Testament? Many of them in a seminary don't know, but the verse has to do with God's concern that hearts of fathers are turned to the children, and hearts of children turned to the fathers, or else I'll strike the land with a curse. End of Old Testament. 400 years of silence until a baby is born in Bethlehem in the New Testament. And interestingly, we see in the New Testament, right at the beginning, Luke chapter 1, verse 17, the same issue arises. The prophet Zechariah referring back to that prophecy and that concern about turning hearts of fathers to the children. So the very last issue in the Old Testament and the very first issue that arises in the New Testament is a concern that hearts of fathers be turned to the children. And if it doesn't happen, then the land is stricken with a curse. That's the end of the Old Testament. And we look around us. The slums of Calcutta, Manila, Rio, or Nairobi. That's not how God expects us to live. The land is stricken with a curse. Satan's intent is steal, kill, and destroy. John 10:10. Jesus' intent, mission statement in the same verse. I've come you might have life and have it with abundance. And we see that Satan is stealing and killing children, and people are not experiencing that abundant life. The land is stricken with a curse. And you know, a curse is a spiritual thing. You don't remove a curse with food and medicines. You don't remove a curse with school supplies and school uniforms. You don't remove a curse with any of these kind of development initiatives that good-hearted NGOs and caregivers want to give. A curse is a spiritual thing. It's only the church that has the resources to turn a curse into a blessing. This is why it's the church that has the primary responsibility. I often remind my students, it's the church. We're the hands and arms of Christ. The church has the resources to turn that curse into a blessing.